Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker. Mr Deputy Speaker, it's with great pleasure that I rise to speak on this motion, of course moved by the member for Reid. Mr Deputy Speaker, small and medium businesses are the engine room of the Australian economy and, of course, the engine room of employment. And to thrive and to prosper, an effective infrastructure network is vital. And in my contribution today, Mr Deputy Speaker, I'm keen to focus on the investments occurring in my electorate of Corangamite as part of our record $50 billion of infrastructure spending announced in last year's budget. Of course, very proudly, we are duplicating the Princess Highway, Mr Deputy Speaker, an incredibly important road for Geelong, for Colac, Winchelsea, Birregurra, Biak, and it is wonderful to see that underway. We are having some problems with the section between Warn Ponds and Winchelsea. There has been a delay. I've called on the state government to explain why there has been the delay, and unfortunately they have not provided the answers that the community deserves. However, it was with great pride that I turned the sod with the Colac-Otway Shire Mayor, Frank Buchanan, a number of months ago on the section between Winchelsea and Colac, and it is going to absolutely transform the Colac-Otway region. And of course, this is so important not just for road safety, but for new business investment, for jobs, for new opportunities, for the farmers and for the major employers like AKD, like Australian Lamb Company in Bulladairy. And I am delighted to report, Mr Deputy Speaker, that the CEO of Colac-Otway Shire is already seeing a significant increase in interest from businesses, from developers. So already we are seeing a real surge of activity as a result of our government's investment. Of course, there is similar excitement on the upgrade of the Great Ocean Road, Mr Deputy Speaker, a wonderful project for tourism, for road safety and for the wonderful communities that span the magnificent coastline right from Torquay right through beyond Cape Otway. And, Mr Deputy Speaker, that is a very important project. The Great Ocean Road is the centrepiece of a $2.1 billion tourism economy and really is very, very important. And I have to say, Mr Deputy Speaker, it's very unfortunate that we saw Labor campaign so vigorously against this upgrade. They ran a terrible campaign riddled with false claims, such as that we were going to turn the road into a four-lane freight highway. So unfortunately, the Labor candidate for Corangamite and Labor oppose the upgrade of this road. And in contrast, Mr Deputy Speaker, I'm very proud to say that I will be fighting for more funding for this road because it is such an iconic road, so important not just for Australians but of course for international visitors, and it needs more money, and I'm going to be fighting very, very hard. Mr Deputy Speaker, of course, the problem that we have in Victoria is we have an infrastructure crisis caused by the Andrews Labor government. And at the heart of that crisis, when you look at the $30 billion of infrastructure investment occurring in New South Wales, we have the East-West Link project cancelled, costing 7,000 jobs, costing at least $640 million. This is a terrible decision, a project that was previously supported by the likes of the Leader of the Opposition and the member for Corio, but they didn't have the courage to stand up to Daniel Andrews, to stand up to the CFMEU. This is a project that is desperately needed, and we've seen what's going on in Victoria as a result of the Andrews government's failure to invest in infrastructure. Look at Bay West. Bay West is another classic example. At the moment, it's all smoke and mirrors. They said they were going to be delivering it. They said they were going to be looking at a second port, and we now see more manipulation and more deception with a dirty deal involving the Port of Melbourne, where there will be no second port under the state Labor government. So in Victoria last month, 6,900 new jobs, in contrast to New South Wales, 29,600 jobs. The Geelong unemployment rate is actually pretty good all up. It's about 6%, but not in any way helped by the state Labor government, which is actually causing enormous damage to the Victorian economy. So I say to Daniel Andrews, to state Labor, to Bill Shorten and to the local Labor MPs, have the courage to stand up for infrastructure, have the courage to invest in this project because we need it for the people of Geelong, for the people of Corangamite. It's absolutely vital. Thank you very much, Mr Deputy Speaker.